Doom's Super Shotgun has a brutal history that makes it one of the most fun and deadly weapons in gaming. But what about it changed everything for FPS games over the years and made it feel so good to use? To start, we have to step back to the release of Doom on December 10th, 1993. Wait a second, 1993? Yes, most people don't realize this, but while the Super Shotgun, or SSG, itself didn't make the cut for 1993's Doom, according to ex-id Software employee Tom Hall, who worked on Doom, it was. Tom wrote what he called the Doom Bible, filled with lore and info about the game, some of which didn't make it, but would make other games, such as Rise of the Triad. Unfortunately, Tom would split from id Software, but his ideas still showed what could have been. Our actual beginnings trace to Doom 2 on September 30th, 1994. The Super Shotgun is first found in Map 2, or Map 1 if you're playing multiplayer. This is a huge deal. You find one of the most powerful guns in the game. Imagine being used to a regular shotgun and then experiencing the excitement of this brand new powerhouse, absolutely destroying anything it touches. How does that feel to use, especially when this hadn't really been done before? It's near the start of the second of 32 levels, not even in a secret. For comparison, the regular shotgun is first found in the previous level in a secret. This is important because it's among, if not the earliest SSG in the Doom series. See, the beauty of the Super Shotgun is the sheer damage and the stopping power, smashing enemies dead in their tracks. The regular shotgun fires 1 shell and 7 pellets. The Super, 2 shells and 20. Each pellet is the same amount of damage, ranging from 5 to 15 for a total of 100 to 350. But the Super Shotgun uses twice the ammo for up to 3 times the damage. Check this insane power out. With a gun that holds 50 shells or 100 with the backpack item upgrade, that's 25 to 50 shots. Now, the regular shotgun was still the better target for sniping long-distance foes, as the shells were mostly horizontal spread and didn't have the fall-off aim or damage. And that's not even all, it often caused enemies to flinch. Now, the odds of this happening is a mechanic called pain chance. Sure, the reload time is a little longer, but that's a lot of damage, and stopping power too. So the pure damage combined with a gun that could stop enemies in their tracks is a recipe for destruction. Surely a gun that was this confident and powerful, one that left its mark on FPS history, couldn't get any deadlier. But as the years went by, what if it did, in fact, get more and more dangerous? March 31st, 1997. Doom 64 by Midway Games improves upon the Doom 2 shotgun in its own way. It's found at the start of the 3rd level, directly beside of you. What makes this gun feel even stronger? Well, the reload animation was cut because of the limited space using a cartridge, but fans will still say that it's lever action. The DPS, or damage per second, of Doom 64 vs. 2 is really similar, and it's used in almost the exact same way. But it feels slightly faster without the reload animation, and it still packs an intense punch. If you like Doom 2's SSG, you'll feel right at home with Doom 64's. As we move on to the next SSG, real quick, a lot of my viewers think they're subscribed, but they actually aren't, so if you could scroll down and double check, even if you're 100% sure you actually are, and you like this video and want to see more like it, I'd really appreciate it. But even with this overpowered insanity, this was only the beginning of what this gun would do. Doom 3's Super Shotgun was placed into the hands of the Doom Marine on April 3rd, 2005, yet the game itself released on August 3rd, 2004. Yes, this SSG is so powerful, it's only contained in the DLC. I asked my Doom 3 expert friend Goguru about the SSG, and he provided these clips. This gun is the 3rd fastest in the whole series for quick switching into a shotgun finishing blow, a deadly technique that you see here, and will one-shot strong enemies like the Revenant and Hell Knight. But what really is quick switching, and what's the Super Shotgun have to do with it, and why is it so powerful? I'll show you more here in a minute. Goguru said, well, the Doom 3 swap combo to the SSG for a finisher is definitely important, but it should also be mentioned that if you're close enough with the SSG in Doom 3, it's basically an elephant gun. But with the plasma machine gun burst first and then the SSG, you don't have to get close because the added damage can negate the spread. Also, the Doom 3 SSG wasn't in the main campaign, and it's good that it wasn't. The smaller, more confined fights would have made it overpowered. Okay, so I know Doom 3 catches a lot of flack from the community, but if we really look at the SSG's power here, you have a one-shot kill that switches lightning fast to other weapons. How can that be topped, and when will this madness end? Let's travel 11 years into the future to May 13th, 2016 for the release of Doom 2016. The Doom 2016 Super Shotgun is found in a secret in level 4 or in the open in level 5 and is one of the greatest iterations in FPS history for 3 reasons. Here's why it feels good: the lightning fast quick swapping, massive upgrades, and a super special overpowered ability that you gotta hear about. Quick swapping or quick switching, like we mentioned in Doom 3, is when you fire a weapon, instantly switch to another, fire it, switch to another, and repeat. With burst fire weapons, this is great because it cancels the animation of the gun firing and reloading, moving on to the next one for huge damage per second. Think about animation cancellation in other games. You want to see how awesome it is? Check this out. The blunt force trauma and power of the SSG happens with less time. How can you go wrong? This gun is amazing even without the quick switching or the upgrades. Yes, when you have a gun that's awesome, even without upgrades, and you add them on, it's insane. When you complete fights, you get weapon upgrade points to spend. And for the SSG, here's what they get you. You can reload faster, your shots actually penetrate through targets, and of course the super overpowered ability that we'll talk about here in just a second. And with 60 max ammo, you get 30 blasts, up to 960 damage, or 1920 with the double. This is balanced out by a low fire rate and a large, wide oval spread pattern. But let's make these blasts even more powerful. Hold down the weapon mod or alt fire button to narrow the cone, essentially zooming in or aiming down sights. So I want you to think about for a moment about how satisfying it feels when you're playing an FPS game, like with this Super Shotgun. You completely obliterate the competition. Pretty good, right? Well, what if I told you that you could take that feeling and literally double it? So once you kill more than one enemy with a single blast 30 times, you get this double trouble mastery ability. And it literally means you can fire 2 times back to back in the time of just about one normal shot. And what's cooler is how it takes 1 shell per shot. Somehow, who knows, meaning that you're dishing out double damage, but you're doing it at half the ammo cost. And it all integrates perfectly into the quick switching aim down sights combo. Seriously, what? How can you top a double blasting, double barrel zoom in shotgun? You might think you've seen the pinnacle of shotgun gaming, but let me introduce you to Doom Eternal. Flip the script with a new hook, literally. Doom Eternal actually put a meat hook onto the Super Shotgun. Yes, not only can you grapple hook to your enemies, stun locking many of them, you can use them as your own personal hook holder and fling around the room like Spider-Man. It's found in the 3rd level, taken from a pleading Revenant skeleton. Oh, and the hook is upgraded to be literally on fire, just in case you want to barbecue your enemies, which gives you back armor points. See, this makes the SSG multi-dimensional. You feel that pure satisfaction of destruction, and then you double it with the Doom 2016 SSG. Well, you don't have that double now, but you do have still the extreme power, mobility to fling around your enemies, and then, once you show mastery over this beast, you set the enemies on fire, restoring your own armor points, taking from them and giving life to yourself. Oh, and of course, it has upgrades. You can make the meat hook recharge faster, you can reload faster, and of course, kill 50 enemies with the meat hook and it's on fire. It gives you back 30 of your 150 max armor with each kill. 1,600 total damage, which is nearly enough to knock out strong enemies in one hit. Doubly useful against the powerful Tyrant Demon from far away. See, against him, you can stand further away and not need as many shells to hit because he has a weakness to the shells. So essentially, the game rewards you for using an up-close and personal weapon against one of the tallest, most fearsome demons in the game. And this year, the Too Many Super Shotguns mod from the classic games has been remade into the new. While it doesn't change the SSG, it makes it look even more insane. See, it took nearly 30 years, but the Super Shotgun has now transcended beyond just a feel-good gun, but a navigational tool, not just out of battle, but within. This is groundbreaking because we now consider this gun through a new lens. How can we utilize its new attachment to help us maneuver, dodging enemy attacks, placing us in an advantageous position? This adds so much more depth with the strategy and fun gameplay options that this gun already provides, and influencing other games to use a hook as well. Doom's Super Shotgun influenced many other guns in FPS gaming and has stood the test of time as one of the greatest guns in all of first-person shooters for nearly 3 decades. Which SSG is your favorite? Comment and let me know, and then check my next video on the evolution of Doom Eternal bosses.
Thanks to the channel members for the support. Click my face here to become a member and have your name in the video. I'm Austin, thanks for watching.